What is going on? What is going on, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steele, coming to you live this Sunday night. It is good to see you guys. Sorry I got on a little bit later tonight. I had my hands full with a multitude of other stuff in relation to the channel, the creation, everything else that goes behind it. So thank you for your patience. Got a great show lined up for you guys tonight. But first, if I could ask you to just smash that like button. Takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help a newer, emerging channel like this reach more people, get up into those tricky YouTube algorithms. Thank you for that. Also, if you're brand new here, I would like to personally welcome you. You're watching Steven Steele Live. I am Steven Steele. It's great to have you. We've got an awesome community here that we are building each and every day. In my opinion, we have the best community out of anything going on in the crypto-centric world on YouTube. Just my personal opinion. I might be a little bit biased, but we might not be the biggest, but we are the best, baby. Yes. Also, if you are already a subscriber, don't forget to also hit the notification bell. Hit all on that notification bell. It is estimated that only 25% of subscribers on YouTube actually remember to hit the notification. So hit that notification bell so you'll never have to miss another live stream party again. We have such a good time here. Why would you want to miss it? Don't leave yourself wondering in the dark. When am I going live? You know it. If you got the notification bell set on all, it takes all that guesswork out. Also, memberships are now available. 3 tiers of memberships. To see what that's about, just click the link pinned at the top of the chat. And if you feel compelled to super chat anytime throughout this program, feel free to ask me whatever questions, comments you want. And obviously that's really appreciated for the time and efforts put into the show and content. Guys, what is going on? Who do we got in the chat tonight? We got Kyle S., we got Matthew, we got Slayblaze, we got 7-1, we got Tony C., Victor Mendez, Bang Stun, Dan the Man, Jeremy Hauser, Steve Rivas, Jesse, the Vampire Kangaroo, Beto, good to see you, Beto, Rick Nelson, this grumpy, who else do we got? 7-1, Robbie Gilchrist, the Dogecoin Dolphin is in the house tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, can you dig it? Can you dig it? I can dig it. I love it. Good to see you guys. I am stoked. I am pumped. I am excited to be here. You know, not every day, believe it or not, not every day Steven Steele wakes up and just super excited, right? Not every day I wake up. I have plenty of reasons not to be excited about life. I have plenty of reasons some days, frankly, not to be super excited about Dogecoin or the crypto market. But you know what? You dust it off. You shake it off. You brush those shoulders. You slap yourself in the face. You get yourself a good, strong cup of coffee or matcha tea. And you take a look around, and me being the position I am, what can I do today to shake this funk? What can I do today to encourage my people? What can I do today to keep the Doge momentum going strong? Then I see other people out there. We got Matt Wallace. We got It's All Risky. We got Crypto Batman. We've got Living with Lucy. We've got so many great people in this space, pumping it, doing it, to it, keeping the positivity flowing. We determine the future of Dogecoin. We determine the future of where this thing is headed. We determine the value. If enough people will it, that Dogecoin is worth $1 and beyond, then damn it, it'll be worth $1 and beyond. Ruckshot coming in with the Mr. Rogers avatar. What a way to start off the show with that super chat. $4.99. I like your Upshot shades. Thank you so much. Upshades. Upshady even. Upshady. We can talk about that a little bit too. I know the community is still reeling from that whole debacle. I get it. I'm still getting countless messages about that debacle. Countless. It's ridiculous. It will continue to be ridiculous for quite a bit. Quite a bit. And boy, do I got a great show lined up for you guys tonight. And I've got an exciting announcement to make as well. So we will get to that shortly. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So guys, let me go to the top. This was reported by several outlets today. So get this. This one comes courtesy of Market Insider. More than half of the experts in a recent crypto survey said Bitcoin will replace fiat currency by 2050. Think about that. More than half of experts in a recent crypto survey said Bitcoin will replace fiat currency by 2050. 54% of fintech experts surveyed expect Bitcoin to overtake currencies issued by central banks in global finance by 2050. The move could also take place by 2035, according to 29% of respondents. The majority of the panel see Bitcoin as currently undervalued, and the price rising this year to 66,284. 54% of the 42 crypto experts surveyed foresee so-called hyper-Bitcoinization, or say that one 3 times fast. Hyper-Bitcoinization. I'm going to try it, actually. I'm going to try it. You try it at home. Ready? We're going to try to do it together 3 times fast. Hyper-Bitcoinization, hyper-Bitcoinization, hyper-Bitcoinization. Whoa! Sometimes I even really impress myself. I didn't think I was going to pull that one off so flawlessly. I tell you what, I'm much better at pronouncing hyper-Bitcoinization than I am predicting the future of Upcoin. Oh my God. Or the movement that Bitcoin overtakes global finance occurring by 2050, according to a report from Friday from Finder.com, a personal finance comparison site. And that event could even take place sooner, by 2035, according to 30% of crypto experts that responded. This is great news. This is exciting news. And we are seeing the adoption for cryptocurrency as legal tender. Legal tender, as the crypto cowboy would say. Boys, we're instituting cryptocurrency as legal tender all throughout the nations of El Salvador and throughout other parts of Central America, South America. Upshot back in the hissa. It's haunting me. Upshot, $4.99. Hyper with the super chat. Hyper upcoinization. Guys, before I continue, those of you who are on Twitter, if I could ask you just a small favor to retweet the stream out, like and retweet this stream out. Now that one's a really tricky one to say 3 times fast. That one definitely is. It definitely helps the stream and helps your fellow community members know that we are live. So if you are on Twitter, if I could just ask you to retweet this, that would be bigly appreciated. And it always does help. Thank you, guys. I put that link in the chat. You know, a lot of times there are distractions, right? There are distractions that we can get caught up in, but it is important. It is so important for us to focus, to keep our focus on the Doge momentum. There are lots of things, and not just in cryptocurrency, not just in Dogecoin, just in life in general. Every day when you wake up, or life in general, there are so many reasons to be down and out. There are so many reasons to allow yourself to be discouraged. But there's also reasons for optimism. There's also reasons for hope. There's also reasons to choose the bright side. And many times, choosing the bright side is exactly just that. It's a choice. It's a choice. Yesterday, the Dogecoin community, we chose enthusiasm. We chose optimism. Elon Musk chose it as well. Sir Doge of the coin. A nice, charismatic young Irishman. Had him on the show here last week. He made a meme. I wouldn't even call it a meme, but he made a picture of Elon Musk wearing Doge aviator shades, mirror shades. Much like out of the iconic 1980s movie poster Cobra, starring Sylvester Stallone. Google image it. You'll see what I mean. And then what happened? Sir Doge of the coin posts it. Elon Musk grabs it. And what does Elon Musk do? Does he retweet it? No. Did he comment on it? No. He made it his frickin' profile picture. He made it his profile picture. Elon Musk's current avatar was a creation of one of our own community members. Okay? How great is that? How awesome is that? And now we have the second wealthiest, most successful man on the planet presenting himself with an avatar that was created by one of our own community members to create a social media phenomenon known as Doge shades. My future's so bright, your future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. You gotta wear Doge shades. Thank you for that $1.99 super sticker, one up. I love it. I love it. Slay Blaze coming in. Thank God for the optimism of Matt Wallace, Miles G, Steven Steele, just to name a few. So much positivity. Welcome in this space. You're absolutely right. I forgot Miles G. Yeah, Miles G. You know, it's awesome. I just had Miles G on the show for the first time a couple nights ago, along with Nick Balls. And to my surprise, Miles G, he might be even watching now. But yeah, Miles G is a big fan of the show. So I'm looking forward. I'm going to be on Miles G's show momentarily, not momentarily, but next week sometime. And speaking of which, Ross Nichol is in the chat. Ross Nichol is in the chat. The one and only Ross Nichol. He felt his ears itching. Ross Nichol is in the chat. I just had an awesome show with Ross the night before last. It was his morning, our late evening, right? And we had a great one-on-one. Ross Nichol, if you haven't checked out that episode, when I'm no longer live, I would suggest it. I would highly suggest it. It was a great talk. Ross is always a great guest. Gentleman, scholar, much more intelligent than me, frankly. But I have a special announcement in relation to Ross tonight, and another topic of discussion with Ross, involving Ross, and that is, I might as well get to it since he's in the room here now. On the 28th of July, core Dogecoin contributor Ross Nichol, who's here in the chat, will meet with the lead dev of the Doge Ethereum bridge and Vitalik Buterin. So Ross Nichol will be meeting with Vitalik Buterin via virtually, and they will be chatting about Doge and Ethereum on Ross's stream on Twitch. So make sure you give Ross a follow on Twitch, Ross Nichol a follow on Twitch. You don't want to miss that event. And look at this, super chat from Ross Nichol. Thank you, Ross. Appreciate you so much, my friend. Currently working on Ross bringing out his troll skills. Ross Nichol, thank you for your super chat, my friend and scholar. Ross is currently working on Upcoin to Doge Bridge. That's the tweet of the week. I mean, that's the super chat of the week right there. Hey, Ross just wins the internet today. Ross just won the internet today. Thank you, Ross. Appreciate it. So you heard it from the man himself, guys. Careful, Ross. A couple of the news outlets might take that and run away with it. And take it literally. Watch, there's going to be a headline on the Motley Fool tomorrow. The Motley Fool's going to have a headline tomorrow. Just one more reason why Dogecoin is a bad investment. Core contributor Ross Nichol stated on Steele Live just last night that he's currently working on a bridge between scam exit BSC token Upcoin and Doge. I love it. I can't get enough. Matthew, haven't seen you in a while. Matthew Krecklau. I think that's how you say her last name. Thank you for your $10 super chat, Matthew. Appreciate it. Hi, Steven. Texas Toast. I would love to come on the show sometime, discuss mental health awareness, my new band, and what lessons I have learned from this Doge madness. Love you, Steven. Yeah, just shoot me a message sometime, Matthew. Just shoot me a message. And thank you for your super chat. And good to see you back in the mix, and hope things are going well. Ross says, funny thing, it's true. Upshot bought me a Lambo to do it. So there you have it, folks. Ross is driving around a Lambo purchased and given to him by Upshot. So Ross is laughing all the way to the bank. Amazing. So guys, just to recap, you don't want to miss that. Ross Nichol in the chat tonight. He's going to be live with Vitalik Buterin on July 28th on his Twitch stream. And just as importantly, I'm just kidding, just not nearly as exciting, is your man Steven Steele will be on Ross Nichol's live stream on Twitch on August 1st. I know, kind of an anticlimactic crescendo after that, but I will be there just a few days later. So watch out for that as well, guys. Watch out for that as well. But this is going to be really exciting. And another really exciting announcement I have to make is, and one of the topics of discussion tonight, is Doge to outer space. Space is the place. Yes. So, what does this mean? Well, we're not quite sure. In fact, Ross wasn't quite sure what this means either. We were talking about it on my show a few nights ago. And that's why we are now coordinating a show between what's going to be on this show. It's going to be Ross Nichol. It's going to be obviously myself. I'll be hosting. But it's also going to be the CEO, okay, of the company that is leading up the Doge 1 space mission. Now, we haven't agreed on a time yet, but it's going to be Samuel Reed, and he is the CEO of the Geometric Energy Corporation. And we're going to have, so it's going to be Ross, the CEO of the Geometric Energy Corporation, myself, possibly Mishi, I'm not sure. But, and we're all going to be talking about it. And this is really cool. So what we're going to do is bring clarity to what the Doge 1 mission is about, what the objectives are, what's the timeline looking like, and all the sorts of details that most all of us are in the dark on right now. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be fascinating. This is going to be fascinating. So, because Ross and I were talking, we're like, what is this project even about? Everything around it seems to be incredibly vague and ambiguous. And no disrespect to the Geometric Energy Corporation, but their website's pretty vague and ambiguous as well. But we just all need to get on an agreed time because of our time zone difference. So I will have a date on that soon. Stay tuned for that, guys. So much exciting stuff brewing. So much exciting stuff brewing. Guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, if you can take a moment to do that, I want you to smash that like button like you'd smash your first childhood celebrity crush. You're listening to your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, coming to you live on a Sunday night. Hope you're feeling all right. I'm feeling pretty decent. We've got some great folks in the chat tonight. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, the big-brained Ross Nichol in the chat tonight. I think It's All Risky's probably watching right now, too. Speaking of It's All Risky, I'm going to get to something It's All Risky posted. As you know, I believe nobody knows the true identity of It's All Risky, right? We don't know if It's All Risky is a man or a woman. But what I do think, and Risky, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that you have a background in journalism or writing of some sort, because there's no way with your writing skills and style that cannot be the case to some degree. And I was going through one of Risky's most recent newsletters, and it was a lot of fun. And one of the things that stood out to me out of his or her latest newsletter was this. I thought it was really worded pretty great. Among cryptos, Dogecoin's history and positivity of nonviolence make it a logical choice as a leading form of moon money. Space exploration requires peaceful cooperation between competitors and the ability to make plans in advance. One big advantage Dogecoin has over many other currencies is that it is inherently peaceful. I like that. Unlike much fiat money, Doge has never been used to fund violent wars or subjugation of one population by another. I love that. It's something, frankly, I hadn't really deeply considered at all until I read that. But that's true, right? I'm going to read that one more time because I just think that's something very notable. Unlike much fiat money, Dogecoin has never been used to fund violent wars or subjugation of one population by another. In the crypto world, Doge's positivity has helped reduce tribalism and remind people that cryptocurrency should involve lots of fun and dancing. And when I read that, I couldn't help but notice how the Dogecoin movement specifically has really helped one of its unintended positive consequences from my observations is that it's really helped kind of chill out some of the divisiveness throughout the political landscape, particularly here in the United States, which has been extremely divisive and contentious. And I have noticed a lot of different kinds of people across the political spectrum coming together in the Dogecoin scene, and consequentially I've been noticing a lot more diplomacy in that regard, right? Diplomacy in that regard. And I think that really kind of helps foster and moderate and make for more logical decisions and ones that are more advantageous for more people. Vitalik Buterin is watching this show. That would be wild if that was the actual Vitalik Buterin. That would be insane. And Vitalik, quote unquote Vitalik, super chatted in Russian. So now I have to get out my translator and figure out what's up with that. So let's see here. I'm just gonna pull up a Russian to English translation, and we will see what this super chat from this person pretending to be Vitalik says. We shall see. I don't know what's going on, but the translator I'm using right now is not doing it. It's not doing it, guys. It's very incompetent. Okay, let me pull up another one. Okay, so the super chat says, in Russian, it says, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Vitalik Buterin. We've got some great trolls up in here. I love the super chats, the profiles people create. Josh Rendell, yes, glad to meet you. Thank you for that. Yep. What is the Ethereum bridge? What can it do for Dogecoin? My friend, I am not an expert on such matters, but we had a great talk with Ross about that a few nights ago. So I would suggest checking that out. And then I would also suggest checking out Ross's Twitch channel. On the 28th of July, we'll be talking with Vitalik Buterin himself. So what better way to explore those kinds of questions, right? What better way? Steven, is Steven a Russian spy? Am I a Russian spy? I've been accused of looking Russian. Despite some popular belief, I am neither Russian nor Serbian, but I am half English and half Dutch, and just a smidge of German. But I'm mostly half English and half Dutch, right down the middle. Yes. What's up, Super Duper Hank? Welcome. Super Duper Hank says, good news, good news. Alessandro says, morning, Stephen, morning all. Now, that is somebody that's on a completely different time zone. Speaking of completely different time zones, if Ross is still watching, that would be 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'd be like 5 in the morning. So, Ross, either you are a super early riser today, or you are a super night owl. If it's the latter, then welcome to my world, my friend. Welcome. Welcome. And if you're new to the show, welcome to you folks as well. Welcome to you fine folks as well. I would encourage you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Join this awesome community. Join this awesome community. So, back to this article that I was kind of talking about a bit earlier. So these new reports came out today that showed that an overwhelming majority of cryptocurrency experts have concluded that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency will overtake fiat by the year 2050, which sounds like a long ways away, but in the grand scheme of time, it's really not, folks. 30 years is really not much. But then, more interestingly, 30% of these cryptocurrency experts said that they felt that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was going to, for the most part, be a replacement for fiat by 2030, which is much closer, right? Much closer. So back to Markets Insider. This is what they had to say. El Salvador is breaking ground with its move in becoming the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, or as the crypto cowboy would said, legal tender. You know what else you can buy with your Bitcoining and your dog money? Texas toast. Texas toast. That's what you can buy with it. You know what I like to dip my Texas toast in? aside from syrup? Ranch! A big dollop of ranch. Anyway, using will begin in September. Following approval by lawmakers in June, 55% of the panelists think Bitcoin will become the currency choice of developing nations. Specifically in light of El Salvador's action as Venezuelans use Bitcoin as a way to beat hyperinflation. One thing that they are not as aware of that we are in our circles, and that is this. And that is this. Bitcoin is largely not very effective in the retail space. It is an important step and one we owe a lot to, as it being the granddaddy of cryptos and the template of blockchain to be used in that regard, right? However, we've already seen enough proof of concept, as it's called in business, to know that the way Bitcoin is structured, that it's evolved to be more of a form of digital gold, which is also used as leverage against fiat, which is great, important, needed, necessary. However, what we've also seen, predominantly due to what I imagine to be Bitcoin's super hard cap, is this. Largely, people aren't spending Bitcoin. It's particularly true from what we've seen in the Western world. We've seen companies, businesses, corporations now, enough of them, plenty of them, structure their businesses to be able to accept Bitcoin for customers' checkout processes. And so they went through all the hassle of becoming Bitcoin compliant, all to learn one big, giant, disturbing truth. One small problem. One small problem, guys. Nobody's spending Bitcoin. Nobody's spending Bitcoin. And why would you? Who is taking their girlfriends out for sushi and paying for it with Bitcoin? Who is going to schedule and book their Vegas bender travel plans with their buddies with Bitcoin? Who is going to pay for their Ubers in Bitcoin? Who is going to buy their Texas toast with BTC? Not many. Why would you spend something with such exclusivity as far as a hard cap, with such a, what most believe to be an incredibly appreciating value, with a limited hard cap and distribution? In which case, it inevitably becomes a sort of high value collector's item. Nothing wrong with that. To be clear, I love Bitcoin. To be clear. But this world, this planet, and various societies are in desperate need of digital currency options that people can use in an everyday way for purchasing both large and small. for purchasing both large and small. Hunter Biden coming in with a $4.99 super chat. You guys are killing me tonight. Hunter Biden, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Hunter. Anyone seen my laptop? I'm not even sure in whose possession that laptop is at this point. Last I heard it was originally discovered by the owner of a computer repair shop on the East Coast somewhere, some small East Coast town. And I think Hunter left it there, right? Anyway, I think it got handed over to the FBI. I don't know. I don't even know where it is now. But thank you, Hunter, for your super chat. 7-1 says, my high school nickname was Hard Cap. Okay, buddy. So with that in mind, for as much as the crypto elitists make fun of Dogecoin, for as much as certain sectors of the corporate media make fun of Dogecoin and belittle it still, well, the truth is Dogecoin is a joke, guys. It is. But it also has utility. So when skeptics tell me like, oh, it's just a meme coin, it's a joke, I'm like, well, you're not wrong. It is a joke. It's a joke that happens to have some pretty neat, pretty strong utility. So you need to ask yourselves, folks need to ask themselves, and these crypto experts, quote unquote crypto experts that have been surveyed, that believe Bitcoin will not only rival fiat, but be more popular than fiat by the year 2050. I do think that's true for crypto in general. I don't know if that's true for Bitcoin specifically, because especially by the time we get to 2050, do you think something with such a hard cap is going to become less value, stabilized in value, or less exclusive? Or more? The supply of Bitcoin is limited to 21 million, folks. Only 21 million Bitcoins can be mined in totality. So once miners have unlocked 21 million, the supply is exhausted, kaput, done. So with that in mind too, the world needs a digital currency for everyday transactions. I know of one. I know of one that's got transaction speeds faster than Bitcoin and Ethereum. I know of one whose gas fees are cheaper than both of those as well. And it's got a frickin' dog on it. Dog money, dog money. I'm cashing it all in for dog money. So people can laugh at Dogecoin. People that don't quite understand what's going on with it. People like Jordan Harbinger, who is a fellow talk show host and content creator, who got called out by not only myself, but Billy Marcus just a short time ago. I'm just seeing this now as I'm checking my Twitter. Somebody asked Jordan about Upcoin. and they asked him to comment on it. And my name was tagged in it because I was the only content creator that I know of to actually cover it live. I happened to be on the air while this was all, while the Upcoin debacle was transpiring. So I covered it as best and unbiasedly as I knew how anyway. Even though that up until that point, I had considered Upshot to be a close friend of mine in this space. So it was, if you want to watch that broadcast, it's a very fascinating thing to watch because you'll literally see me get mind fucked in real time. You'll literally see my mind get scrambled as I process the concept that who I thought was my good friend and basically one of the most wholesome characters in this space to pull what he did. So it's pretty fascinating. If you want to go back and watch that from 4 nights ago. Anyway, someone asked Jordan about this, tagged me in it. Jordan said this was his response to the Upcoin debacle. Classic exit scam. Sucks, but it happens all the time. That's true. No lie detected so far, Jordan Harbinger. But then he goes on to say this. To be honest, the Doge thing is senseless enough as well, so it's not surprising. And to which I retweeted, which you can see here. I'll copy the link to that tweet and put it in the chat. I said, I retweeted him and I added, you should know the difference between a BSC exit racket and a top 10 utility coin. Oh man, let's see what's going on in the chat. See what you guys are saying. Louis E, $1.99. Thank you for your $2, Louis. Appreciate it. Jordan, who I don't know. Honestly, I hadn't heard of him until today. I think I might have heard him before. But yeah, there you go. But since I was injected into this, I felt the need to respond. So I just thought that was a funny little development while we were on the air here. Josh Randell Disavow says, Upshot was the Mr. Rogers of the crypto space. I'm still effed up about how things went down. Josh Randell Disavows, you are not alone, my friend. I understand your thoughts entirely. Entirely. That's what makes this such a provocative story. Not the fact that it was something like a rug. Technically, for the record, in Upshot's defense, it wasn't a rug, but its consequences and outcome were pretty similar to that of one. But what happened with Upcoin is not uncommon in the BSC space. Happens all the time. What is uncommon, however, is that it would be perpetrated by a guy like Upshot, by a guy who so many people trust, by a guy whose whole brand was predominantly built on him being an honest, wholesome, down-to-earth, trustworthy, honorable guy. That's where the story is, right? Obviously, that's where the story is. That's what makes it so interesting, so provocative, so what? You know? I'm still processing it myself, my friend. You know, it's quite possible that he didn't start the coin with the intentions that ultimately how things ended up playing out. And he just totally folded under the pressure and handled it probably in the worst, in the worst way possible. So I will at least afford him that potentially. Yeah. Louis, again, $2. Thank you, Louis. What are your thoughts on baby Upcoin? I think if somebody were to make a baby Upcoin right now, I think it'd be a hilarious idea. Provided you're not actually taking money from investors, but like a joke project, baby Upcoin, where you give away the baby Upcoin. And then after that, I will be maybe I could make a baby Upcoin. Baby Upcoin, which would be the baby of a baby Upcoin. And I would give them away for free. They wouldn't be worth anything, but you could tip people with them. You could tip people with your baby of a baby. Para Diddle, $4.99. Thank you, Para Diddle. I love that super chat. I love the Shiba Inu super chats. I love it. I love it. Victor says, funny, Upcoin is still trading back and forth. Is it really? Is it really? I don't even think you can cash it out, though. The last time I tried cashing out my $20 worth of Upcoin, it would not process. It would not process. So keep me posted on that. And another great announcement. So much happening here on Steele Live, and so much happening in the Doge community. We are on the move, guys. We are a community that's on the move. Dogecoin is a community that's on the move, and we have a lot to be excited about. And the more fun and the more excitement that we have, the more that attracts new investors, more excitement, enthusiasm. It's infectious, people. It's infectious. Victor says, I did cash out. Well, good for you, my friend. I wish I could have. Ryan Taylor says, Upshot says he panicked when he still holds other cryptos and doesn't when they tank. I mean, I can't argue with what you said there. It's a fair observation. Josh Randell disavows, coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Josh. I'm going to miss Upshot's presence in the crypto space. He gave very sound analysis. You know, Josh, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. And there's a decent chance that Upshot might even be listening. I know before all this happened, he was a regular listener of the show. And if on the off chance you are listening, Upshot, I will give him this. He did have good analysis on his videos. And I even thought he just had a very likable, warm, friendly demeanor. And still continues to have that, right? And before all this happened, it's another reason why it's so hard for people to wrap their heads around what happened, is because he seemed so logical, so reasonable, so level-headed, right? And so sincere, right? So that's why how he handled things was just completely inconsistent with the person that most people assumed him to be. Thank you, Josh Randell disavows. And I see we've got wicked raw crypto tank girl. I feel like I have to say that in a Jersey accent. Wicked raw crypto tank girl. Let's see. Boston. Maybe wicked raw crypto tank girls from Boston. I feel like if you have wicked raw in your name, you either got to be from Jersey or Boston, right? Boston. Yeah, so anyway, another special announcement that I have is that I'm bringing on a few people, like on a short list of people, right, to be co-hosts, because even though that Nick Balls is like pretty much my main right-hand man as far as like co-hosting goes, I can't depend on him all the time. It's not fair to him to just have him be here almost 7 nights a week. Like, I get that. And also, I'm looking to expand the program and expand the audience, expand the reach. And consequently, I'm bringing in a short list of co-hosts to kind of just work into rotation. So tonight, I'm just announcing that I'm bringing on Sadaf Jadran as a member of the Stephen Steele Live core team. She is going to be a regular in my lineup. And feel free to give her a follow. I posted on my Twitter, and I got her linked there. And Sadaf, I had her on one other time. I introduced her to you guys a few nights ago. You know when she was on? She was on when the Upshot story broke. So that was quite a first episode for her to be on, watching all that transpire. And she's lovely and brilliant. And she is a data and strategy consultant hailing from, the Sydney area of Australia. So she's excited to be on board. I'm excited to have her on board and just have her in the rotation. And I think she'll just be really cool to have around. RW says Lil Lettuce was super cool and chill too. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's something I'll consider. Yeah, I had her on for the first time, too. Yeah, and another thing I like about Sadaf is she's very, very bullish on Ethereum and XRP, and so it'd be great to get her coverage and perspective on those fronts as well, additionally to what we're doing here. Steve Rava says... the person we least expected to have wet toilet paper hands pulls the fast one on everyone. Fate loves irony. Louis Doge says Sadaf. Yeah, she's easy on the eyes. All right. So what other stories do I have here for you guys? Just to kind of piggyback off that last story, I got one more reference that I thought was pretty well written by the Financial Post. Experts believe cryptocurrency will become only more prominent in the future. Many experts agree it's difficult to imagine a future without cryptocurrency, some even going so far to say it will rise in prominence significantly. Way before 2071, the dollar will have more in common with crypto than silver or gold, so there's no need to doubt the longevity of encrypted algorithms as stores of value and media of exchange, said Frederick Kaufman, author of The Money Plot, A History in Currency's Power to Enchant, Control, and Manipulate. Actually, I think what Frederick said there was a very, very astute. I think it was very well stated. And I have actually reached out to Frederick to get him on the show. So I will keep you posted about that. Anyway, the article goes on to say, it's clear that not only is cryptocurrency here to stay, but it's also likely to become significantly more prominent in our lives and financial systems. Seeking out through an understanding of digital currencies like Bitcoin makes complete sense, so that those working in finance or even those who want to be the front foot with their investments can act from a place of knowledge and comprehension. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing more to add there, except this is just another article that I saw that was kind of dovetailing off that latest, those latest survey results. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. Eli says, good night, Steele. Catch you tomorrow. Okay, my friends. Sounds good. Slayblaze says, I'm already following Sadaf. She seems great. Yes, a big agree. Ryan Taylor says, I think you'll need a crypto astrology segment on the show, Steven. You know, maybe I could do like a parody crypto astrology segment. I think that could be a good idea. just like a parody crypto astrology segment. In fact, Sadaf was the one that I first talked about this phenomenon with on the air. We were kind of just reviewing it and just kind of having fun with the absurdity of it. And something that's very, very interesting about the emerging subsect within cryptocurrency known as crypto astrology is nearly every one of the crypto astrology content creators out there, and some of them wildly popular, which is both hilarious and equally disturbing. They have certain hallmarks in common. Almost all of them are exclusively women, young women, that are also post very provocative images of themselves. So it's kind of like this interesting hybrid in the I don't know, I guess you'd call it astrology crypto content creators, where most of them are, it's like a hybrid of OnlyFans, astrology, and cryptocurrency all in one. It's actually, I'm not against it. It's actually a very alluring and amusing mix, but nothing, and I mean nothing, you should ever take seriously at all in relation to your personal finances. If you want to consider that infotainment, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, I'm arguably infotainment, but not to the degree of subscribing complete, arguably mythology to financial advice or financial predictions. So, crypto astrology, guys. And I know there's actually there's inevitably a few people here that are big on astrology, and for that I apologize. But I got to be honest and do what I think is best by my viewers, and that is, please do not mix astrology with cryptocurrency predictions and market predictions. I don't think that is a recipe for success. In fact, conversely, I think things like this, in fact, if they get too popularized, I think it can has the potential to diminish the reputation of digital currency. RW says ass astrology crypto. Yes. I see what you did there. So a hot tub crypto astrology stream. You know what, Tuco? How about this? I will get a couple of ladies in bikinis, and I will stream live from a hot tub with them and have them read off some crypto astrology predictions. Nothing to live by, but probably be an amusing stream. Nothing to make decisions by, though. Next story that I pulled up here is Elon Musk's cryptic response to a Dogecoin developer has meta joke. Musk simply responded with some numbers, and the Twitter world went into a guessing game. This is from yesterday. And this was an exchange that transpired back and forth between software developer and core Doge dev Michi Lumen. Good friend of Ross's, who I can't say for sure, but may be joining us on the show when we have that powwow between Ross and the CEO of the Geometric company. Anyway, back to the story. Software developer Michi Lumen, core Doge dev for cryptocurrency Dogecoin, joked about needing to tweet obtuse and vague things and then hope people will be able to interpret them as coded, meaningful, and mysterious. I remember when she tweeted this out. This is already happening with Billy Marcus and, of course, Elon Musk. Lumen wrote in the next tweet, Lumen added that the tweets will be coded and mysterious, but when decoded will be something like, I aspire to curate the world's largest gravy collection, and how many horsepower has a cow? That was perhaps enough for Musk to respond in exactly the same manner that Lumen mentioned the SpaceX and Tesla CEO. I like how journalists and writers always have to preface Elon Musk's name with Tesla CEO, SpaceX guru. Like, motherfuckers, we know who Elon Musk is. We know, okay? The whole world knows who the Elon Musk is. You don't have to preface it with Tesla CEO or Tesla tycoon billionaire. By this stage, it's so annoyingly redundant and painfully obvious. There's not a person on the planet that isn't already aware of Elon Musk's relation to Tesla or SpaceX. Just say Elon Musk. Just say Elon Musk. Like, every time you mention Michael Jordan's name, is it really necessary to say NBA legend Michael Jordan? Like, we all know. We all know. Sorry, that's just a pet peeve of mine. Because when you do a show like this, you inevitably read a lot of articles wherein Elon Musk is a predominant topic of discussion. It's quite the little tangent, wasn't it? Okay. The SpaceX and Tesla CEO simply responded with some numbers. And those numbers were 48, 61, 68, 61, 20, 74, 72, 75, 65. Did anybody win the lotto? And then users on the microblogging site attempted to decode Elon's tweets right away. The top response came from an official handle of Baby Dogecoin. Oh my gosh, Baby Dogecoin found its way to get back into the mix. A token created with a mission to help save dogs. Like every BSC. It's a token created for charity, because they're just doing it all for charity. The Baby Dogecoin handle, but I will give Baby Dogecoin this. I mean, they're still out there. They're still out there. And I actually have a little money in that investment, but I'm not going on record, guys, because I know with like my BSC investments, you know, are my business, and they're high risk, high reward. I do it for fun. I do it with a sliver of money of my portfolio in totality. Anyway, so the official handle of Baby Dogecoin, a token created, the Baby Dogecoin handle ran the text through a hex and converter, and this gave the result ASCII sharing a screenshot, wrote haha true. So that is what Elon's all those numbers meant when converted and translated. So he responded to Mishi's a text or tweet. Mishi's tweet said this again: I need to start tweeting obese. I need to start tweeting obese and vague things. Okay. That would actually almost be, I mean, even be a better tweet. But what she actually said was, I need to start tweeting obtuse and vague things in the hopes that some people will interpret them as coded, meaningful, and mysterious. This is already happening with Billy 2K and Elon Musk. And then Elon responded in cryptic coding messaging that says, haha, true. Another user used the same method to decode Elon Musk's tweet, and that is our friend Sir Doge of the Coin. Billy Marcus, one of the creators of Dogecoin, who goes by username Shibatoshi Nakamoto on Twitter, also jokingly replied, Cabbage Gridlock Uncle Meatball. So it's just like a random guess. I actually really like that answer. That was a really amusing answer. Cabbage Gridlock Uncle Meatball. Maybe I should name my next show Cabbage Gridlock Uncle Meatball. I really should name one of the episodes Cabbage Gridlock Uncle Meatball. Guys, you are listening to Real Deal Steven Steele coming to you live this late Sunday. Hope you're having a good time there. Hope you're having a good time listening. If you feel compelled to super chat at any time throughout this broadcast, obviously hugely appreciated for my time and efforts. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and encourage you to subscribe and join this awesome, awesome community. Back to the story. Back to the story of Cabbage Gridlock Uncle Meatball. Greetings, Cabbage Gridlock Uncle Meatball. It is I, Billy Marcus, creator of Dog Money. Please tell me this is it because I have to cook dinner tomorrow, one user replied. Pretty good response. Billy Marcus then let her down with the brutal truth that says random gibberish. And then it goes through to show a host of other kind of amusing responses to all of that. Musk himself, a cryptocurrency enthusiast, and in recent time has been seen promoting Dogecoin in his trademark style, involving the meme, calling himself the Doge Father, and even declaring himself the CEO of Dogecoin once. Well, we used to call Upshot the Doge Father, but obviously that title it's been dethroned now, guys, and now it's officially back over to, well, I guess it'd have to be, no, the Doge Father would be exclusively Elon Musk at this point, and then the unofficial CEO is Greg, and of course, Billy Marcus, creator, and our friend Ross Nichol, who's been watching tonight, is arguably the big brain. The big brain of Doge. At the very least, one of them. Last week, Doge Father tweeted out the Shiba Inu face theme. This is another thing. Journalists, they think they're so clever when they say stuff like this. And I've been reading this description about Dogecoin since the press started picking up on Dogecoin about a year ago. And they always say, instead of just saying Doge, they think they got to be clever and say the Shiba Inu face themed cryptocurrency, or the Shiba Inu meme cryptocurrency. Just say Doge. Just say Dogecoin. Like, we all know what you're talking about. Again, unnecessary redundancy at this point. A pet peeve of mine in journalism is unnecessary repetitiveness, redundancy. Like, it's not clever. It's not cute. Just say Doge. Just say Dogecoin. We all know now. We all know that Dogecoin is a Shiba Inu mascot themed crypto. We all know. You don't have to say it every time. It's a lot of extra words too to get to a point. Ironically, as I say, go off on this tangent. Anyway, it gained about 8%. Following a tweet by Dogecoin investor and YouTuber Matt Wallace, Musk wrote, BTC and Ethereum are pursuing a multi-layer transaction system, but base layer transaction rate is slow and transaction cost is high. There is merit, in my opinion, to Doge maximizing base layer transaction rate and minimizing transaction cost, with exchanges acting as the de facto secondary layer, Musk added. And remember when we covered that? Remember? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Let's see what I got here. Let's see what you guys are up to in the chat before I go on. Stormer says, oh, Reddit Dogecoin is toxic garbage now. Yeah, I don't follow Reddit. I don't know what's going on there. I've never been super big into Reddit. Someone said Upshot tweeted. What? No. Let me check this out. Give me a link. Give me a link. I'll see it when I believe it. But you can't say something like that without giving a link. But I don't think it's true. Dogecoin, as popularized by Mark Cuban. See what I did there? Him and I made a compilation of the amount of times Mark Cuban said Dogecoin with Ellen. Yeah, Reddit was kind of like ground zero for the popularization of crypto gathering. You know, back in the day. I don't know if it's still that way now. I was just never super into Reddit, but that is how my co-host Nick Balls actually found out about Dogecoin. I think Billy was engaged on Reddit then too, and I think he found out about it directly from Billy, Dogecoin back in the day in 2013-ish, and that's when he made his big investment in 2014. Josh says he's changing his YouTube handle to Jorge or George. I don't know how you pronounce Joge. George Randell disavows paper hands. Dogecoin. Tell me more about Dogecoin. Dogecoin is what you call it. Dogecoin is what you call it. Dogecoin is what you call it. Let's see here. Next story, guys. Next story. This one I'm not quite sure what to make of it. So, one of the Ethereum co-founders, his name's Anthony DeLario, is to sell Decentral and cut major ties to cryptocurrency in general. Anthony will be severing his major ties to the cryptocurrency industry and selling his current venture Decentral to start a philanthropic foundation in the next year. The Ethereum co-founder told CoinDesk in a phone interview, "I'm a crypto guy. I don't want to be known as a crypto person," he said. "I want to be known as a problem solver." Concerns about his personal security figured a good 20% of the decision, he said. That I can relate to. He'll be funding the entity from his own holdings, which he declined to disclose, and money he earns from the sale of Decentral, which he valued at a few $100 million. Wow. He has already spoken with potential suitors and anticipates selling Decentral fiat currency or a stake in another business rather than crypto. In 2018, when Ether's price was less than half its current value, Forbes said DeLario was worth as much as $1 billion. 2 years ago, the 46-year-old Canadian, who is widely known for his work with the Ethereum network, announced that he was retiring from Decentral, the wallet and crypto services provider that he founded, and would serve as board chairman. But within months, he had returned to a daily management role, delaying a long-desired full commitment to philanthropy. Interesting. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of this? I mean, I can't be inside this guy's brain. I guess initial thoughts when I first read something like this. Please, anyone correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm open to it, but I'm just being honest. My initial thoughts with this is, so you mean you've made ungodly amounts of money off of cryptocurrency only to advise against cryptocurrency for others and yourself to roll over your career into some vague aspirations of philanthropy. I don't know. I just don't know how to feel about it. What am I missing something? Because it sounds to me like he's like cashing in on the DeFi and exchanges for dollars for philanthropy. To me, this is peak irony. Peak irony. Luminal says, I think he wants to be Batman. Oh, I'm not even going to read that out loud. I'm surprised there isn't a crypto called. I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. You know, the whole Doge token spinoffs, it was cute with Baby Doge. I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, you know, I know it's not, I know it's kind of a ripoff in terms of it's piggybacking off of the Doge name without being directly associated with the original Doge, which is, rubs me a little bit the wrong way. But I will say the community is very nice and very pro Doge, and I thought it was a cute idea. Nevertheless, I own a little bit. And then it went to Mini Doge, and I'm like, okay, Mini does sound cute, I have to admit, but this is, getting a little bit silly. And then it's just gone on to like literally anything you can put, any word you can put in front or back of Doge, there's a token for it now. I'm not exaggerating. I think there's like 100 different ones. And I see them spam my comments every day, a new one. Ultra baby mini Uncle Doge. Grandma's grandma baby mini Doge. Mini of a mini super duper slender Doge. And on and on and on and on. And actually one of them got rugged today. Folks. So be careful. And that one was Nano. Nano. Nano Doge rug pulled. So be careful out there, guys. My position on BSCs has always been the same. Nano Doge rugged. $29,000 followers on Twitter. I'm on their Twitter right now. It's interesting. And they're claiming they have not launched. I think they're claiming that this is a different Nano Doge that did the bad stuff, and it's not them. This whole world gets really confusing. Very confusing. They have a tweet pinned at the top of the Nano Doge coin that says, you know what I bet there is? I bet there's a Nano Dogecoin and then a Nano Doge. And I bet Nano Dogecoin was like, we're not the bad guys. We're the good guys. We're Nano Dogecoin, not Nano Doge. I mean, okay. And pinned at the top of their Twitter, it says, we're fixing their mess. Yep, you heard that right. Come find out what we're doing to compensate those affected by the Nano Doge token scam. We truly are the real Nano Dogecoin. I told you. So this is just like inception levels of ridiculousness. So the token or the BSC that actually rugged today is Nano Doge token. And then there's Nano Doge coin who's like, we're not those nasty Nano Doge token people that rugged you. We're Nano Doge coin. So yeah, Nano Doge token. Let's look them up. Their Twitter is still up. The Twitter is still up. Let's see if they have anything to say. People in the comments said just rugged, just rugged. I don't know. Maybe I'll call them out. Maybe I'll retweet and call them out. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. Someone says, let's take a look at the charts. I'm more of a talk show, my friend. I mean, I do TA sometimes, but especially when we're trading sideways and things are kind of a bummer. I do even less TA. So what do you want to know? Dogecoin right now is about 18 cents, folks. It's about 18 cents. Which is, believe it or not, a modest increase from where it was last hour, about a percentage and a half from last hour. But it's down 5% for the day after the Elon hype yesterday that shot it to about 9% higher. So we've retraced 5% of that, which still puts Dogecoin up at about 4% to where it was previously to Doge shades and everything else. So if we can just maintain that 4% increase, good stuff, good stuff. Bitcoin right now is trading at about 31,747. It's down about 1% for the day, slightly up over the last hour, and Bitcoin is down about 7.5% for the week. That's pretty massive given the market cap of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is down about 16% for the month. Doge is down 40% for the month. But you got to look at it in context. Given the market cap differences between Doge and Bitcoin, so it about equals out. You have to look at things almost in a per capita lens is the easiest way I can explain it. Right? So even though Doge is down 40% over the month, Bitcoin being the peak of market cap in all of crypto, it being down about 17% for the month, it about equals out. It about equals out. What are you doing, Step Bro Doge? I can't believe there's not a Step Bro Doge yet. I can't believe there's not a Step Bro Doge yet. Celeste, I didn't even see you in here. I've been so busy covering this stuff. I'm so glad you've been here. She says, got to change your slippage to 100%. Oh, yeah. Robbie says he's all in. He's all in. What are you doing, Step Bro Doge? Sound God says, why are people so stupid? We'd be on the moon right now if people only invested in Doge and other real coins. You know, I think there's some truth to that, but that's a very hard metric to determine. I think it's natural to want to blame lots of different things, right? To blame lots of different things when the market's doing poorly. Naturally, people look for more answers. The main thing to keep in mind is this. When you look at the trends of cryptocurrency in its general totality over a long period of time, and I mean like up to 6 years, you can see that this is a market that ebbs and flows very, very severely, very dynamically. And those who have the patience and level heads, so far anyway, when it comes to the top cryptos, have been rewarded exponentially. That we know, right? So sometimes you just got to take a step back and look what Bitcoin and Ethereum have been doing for years. And how that ties in with Doge. I don't think Doge is leaving the top 10 anytime. I think Dogecoin has secured its place in the top 10. So even though many of us may be disappointed through what we perceive to be unremarkable results of Dogecoin trading at 18 cents as of right now. When you look at where it was 1 year ago, when you look at where it was 6 months ago, when you look at where it was, 4 months ago, this is still an incredible accomplishment that, we've taken this coin and secured it up in the top 10. So a lot of this is just a waiting game, folks. And I am here to keep you pumped up and entertained and engaged until we are going to ramp back up for the next parabolic rise. The good news, too, I will say, is we can affect the market. We can affect the market, and we've shown that we can through organic growth, through organic enthusiasm. We saw it happen yesterday, and we can keep doing it. So we don't have to wait for the fates. We can get off our butts and make things happen ourselves. Let's see what you guys are saying. Audio Freak says, I love this price. I'm buying every paycheck. Robbie Gilchrist says, Boston. Yep. All right, folks. If you got any more questions for me, comments for me, feel free to put them in the chat. I'm kind of at the bottom of the stuff that I wanted to cover for tonight anyway. If we dip below 11 cents, I'm buying $1,000 worth, Stormer says. I don't think we'll dip below that. I don't think that'll happen. I wish I invested a bunch in Bitcoin in 2016 when I was going to buy two of them for $2,500 each. Hindsight's always 20/20, my friend. No sense in beating yourself up. Obviously, when things are very successful, you always wish that you would have invested more. It's easy to say now. Don't beat yourself up too much. C Energy coming in with the $4.99 super chat. Super chat, wake me up. It's been a bit. Thank you for that, C Energy. I appreciate it. Mr. Steele, thank you. You're very welcome. It's all risky. Coming in. Doge to the moon. Ryan Taylor says, Steven Sing Venus. Oh, you remember that episode, huh? You remember that episode. It's all risky. Good to see you, my friend. An incredible ally to the community. Yeah, I'm pretty much through the structured part of my show right now, guys. Now I'm kind of just freestyling. So, got any questions, feel free to shoot them out. I got us on a mountain top, burning like a silver flame. The summit of beauty and love. And Dogecoin was a name. Ow! There you go. You requested it. I came through with it. If you don't like my singing, blame Ryan Taylor. Blame Ryan Taylor. So guys, just to recap, lots to be excited about. I want you to get out your phones or get out your pen and paper, whichever you do it with. And I want you to make these important calendar dates to be a part of your schedule. So firstly, I want you to mark down that Ross Nichol, who was in the chat earlier tonight and on my show a couple nights ago, he will be hosting a live conversation on his Twitch between him and Vitalik Buterin on July 28th. On July 28th. Also, what I want you to mark down is your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, will be the special guest on Ross Nichol's Twitch live stream on August 1st. On August 1st. Okay? And then a date to be announced, but I will have a date within the next couple days. On this show, I'm going to have back very soon Ross Nichol with Samuel Reed, who is the CEO of the Geometric Energy Corporation. And who is the Geometric Energy Corporation? They are the corporation responsible for and spearheading the Doge 1 mission to space. So we're going to ask them a lot of questions, find out a lot of details, all those juicy details we haven't heard anywhere else in regards to the Doge 1 mission. Also, Michi Lumen, another core Dogecoin dev, may be with us on that day. Not sure yet. She's not confirmed yet, but we'll keep you posted. Just amazing. Just amazing. And then we have Tesla's quarterly earnings report coming out just in a few days away. That could be pretty major as well. That could be pretty major as well. Are Jack Dorsey and Elon about to send crypto to the moon soon? I heard they are about to have a meeting. How they solved renewable energy for crypto? Quite possible. Quite possible. So that's another thing that's coming up very soon. Jay Marty, Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, Kathy Woods, all meeting on a summit together to discuss the B word. The B word. What does this mean for Dogecoin? It could be pretty major. It could be pretty major. I think it could be potentially a summit that enacts as a major step towards a further normalization of Dogecoin within the digital currency space in terms of, because right now there's this kind of like there's been kind of like a culture about Bitcoin where people within Bitcoin, many of them see Bitcoin as the only legitimate cryptocurrency without being able to recognize some of its shortcomings and the needs for others. So I think that this summit could shed some light on that. It's All Risky says, hope Elon talks up Doge at the conference. I think it's inevitable. It's All Risky. I hope so too. 100%. I think it's inevitable that Dogecoin was going to get some strong representation from Elon talking to some of the leading voices in Bitcoin. I think it's inevitable. Someone just sent me a link to an interesting story, courtesy of tweaktown.com. That's an interesting name for a website. And no, that's not where you buy meth. The title of the article is Bitmain's new ASIC crypto miner mines Dogecoin, costs about $15K. Bitmain is about to unleash its new ASIC crypto mining rig with some serious horsepower behind it. The Bitmain's teasing will have 9,500 millihertz of power to mine Dogecoin, Litecoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Wow. That's pretty powerful. It's a very powerful miner for 15K sounds like a lot of money, but for what you're getting, well worth it, in my opinion. I guess I bring this up because I think it's a good time that more people... Why wait? My fellow Americans, why wait? Become miners yourselves. Take back the power, the user said, that the Twitter follower said that linked me to this article. I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. Why wait? Become a Dogecoin miner today. Become a Litecoin miner today. Jack has been a maxi. Will be interesting. Not crazy about a lot of what Jack does, but fingers crossed. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of Jack Dorsey. You guys know that. You guys know that. But I do think this is still, I think the positives will absolutely outweigh the negatives. And don't forget that the reason why this meeting's even happening in the first place, guys, is because Elon started trolling Jack Dorsey. Jack, instead of responding like an a-hole like Charles Hodgkinson's would to something like that, Jack actually had I'll give him credit for, as not fond as I am of him, he responded by recalibrating, should I say, his tonality to match the humor. I wouldn't say match the wit of Elon, but he matched the humorous tone to that of which Elon was reaching out in the first place, which is the correct response, which is the most strategically advantageous response, which has now resulted in a meeting of the minds, right? A meeting of the minds. Yes, indeed. Tuco says, aren't a lot of crypto making it harder to use ASEIC miners? It depends what kind. Jack is acting like an adult and saying, let's talk this over. Yeah, I thought Jack's response was an encouraging one. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling that Doge is going to get definitely going to be discussed. If Elon's there, are you kidding me, guys? Of course he is. Of course he is. So, folks, I've been going for about how long I've been going? I've been going since 10:30, right? Then 10:30, about 2 hours here. About 2 hours here. Guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. You've been a great audience. Appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed, I would encourage you to subscribe. Make it happen, Captain. What are you waiting for? You know your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, comes through for you night after night after night. Hit that subscribe button. Hit all on that notification bell. If you've already hit subscribe, you're already a subscriber, hit all on your notification bell immediately. This is important. This is urgent. This is a life-changing decision that takes just a second of your time. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I hope you got something out of it. If you don't follow me on Twitter, just follow me at Mr. Steven Steele on Twitter. And yeah, until next time, this is Steven Steele signing out.